Take a load off and grab a seat. Pull up a chair, prop up your feet. That's fine by me. Fine by me. Yeah. It's podcast time. We go. How do we get to Navajos?
Navajo. Oh, they did a long walk. They walked like 400 miles. The U.S. Cavalry.
Are you talking about the Trail of Tears?
No, this is a whole different deal. They marched the Navajo Indians from like their native land to a reservation at Fort. I don't know the actual name of it, but it was.
Sounds like the Trail of Tears to me.
Well, the Trail of Tears is the whole thing. That was the East Coast to the West Coast. Like the Trail of Tears was all Native Americans, but this was called the Long Walk. It's called the Navajo Long Walk, and I think it's time for another episode of
Fine by me.
So these soldiers made the Navajo walk.
Damn.
Wow.
Thanks for
Hold
following
on, dude. Y'all keep talking while I'm looking shit up, man.
I don't know the
Let's come
Apache.
back. Let's come back to him later.
All
Wes.
right.
How in the
10
world
minutes.
are you, buddy?
Doing pretty good, man. How you been?
Oh, I'm great.
The Long Walk of the Navajo, also called the
he's
Long
back.
Walk to Bosque Redondo, was the deportation and ethnic cleansing of the Navajo people by the United States federal government and the United States Army.
What about the annexation of Puerto Rico?
Navajos were forced to
You remember
walk
that?
from their land in
No.
western New Mexico.
It was the play that
To
they used
eastern
at
New
the
Mexico.
end of the movie The Little Giants.
Oh, yeah.
The
Out of
annexation of Puerto Rico.
the 10,000 Navajos forced to move, about 3,500 died.
Ouch.
Yeah,
That'll
men,
happen.
women, and children walking
That'll
through the
happen.
desert barefoot. And then when they got to the army fort,
Is that 35%?
they realized that like they haven't eaten, like there wasn't like water or nothing, like they hadn't had food really or nothing. So when they got to like this army base, they thought they were going to have food. It turns out the provisions had went bad, and so the army people wouldn't eat it. So they were like, you know what, we'll just feed it to the Native Americans; it'll be fine. And
Yeah.
half that shit killed them. So after making that long walk,
Dysentery.
food killed them. Food
Dang.
poisoning, whatever.
I live right next to like one of the.
They could have found, and they could have been just well if they would been like, hey, y'all got to find your own food. And then
But there's
Okay.
a movie coming out by Stephen King called The Long Walk. It's nothing to do with none of that, I don't think. But it made me
Walk
think of
hard.
that. Walk hard, yeah.
Well, I'm glad we took care of that.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry to lay some knowledge on folks today. I was
You're
excited.
good.
Hey, I got some good facts.
And you
for
love
today.
walking.
You got your stop abortion signs out in the yard?
What?
He's got a purple sign. It's like one of those stop abortion signs.
My Wash Pro sign.
I just
Yeah,
looked those
like-
purple and white. Save the babies.
I mean, save them if you can.
Or don't, whatever you want
Bring
to
'em
do.
here.
Oh, yeah, bring them here. I think you
bring
got
'em
enough
here.
animals. They definitely have plenty to do. Cleaning up after these animals.
Melody had a spelling class the other day.
Oh, I thought that was your handwriting.
No, this is not my handwriting. This is my 6-year-old's
It is.
handwriting.
It
That's
says,
pretty good for
It says
a
gay.
6-year-old.
And here's his list on the back. We got mortar, butcher's oil, milk, butter, creamer, and Dollar Tree baby powder. Is that what that says?
Dollar Tree baby powder. Let's see.
It says
Dollar
Dollar
Tree
D-O-L-L-A.
B-Day.
Dollar Tree.
B-Day decor.
Okay.
It is D-O-L-L-A.
It is Dollar.
That's the Dollar Tree.
Okay.
Love the Dollar Tree.
Quit giving me
We're
your,
in
your
the
list.
big Halloween festivities around here, even though we still got like 53 days or something like that.
It's spooky season, man.
Yeah,
It's
52.
that middle of
Spooked
September
up.
almost.
Yeah,
I've been decorating in my house. Y'all got a bunch of nice stuff out there.
thank
Your
you.
little concrete pumpkin is tight.
I had to shut that shit down yesterday though. I'd be like, all right, I think we're blowing
tired.
the Halloween budget. Like $130 in one day at Dollar Tree and Walmart for Halloween.
How do you spend that? Did you buy the whole store at Dollar Tree?
I spent about $32.
You
might
filled
be
the cart up at
You
Dollar
might, I was
Tree.
gonna say you might be the owner of that Dollar
He had to
Tree.
back his truck up.
I need to buy
To the door.
stock in that company. I'm keeping the lights on over
I
there.
don't think I've ever spent over. I've spent $40 in Dollar Tree.
I
I
buy-
got like cleaning stuff and stuff.
I
like
buy
that.
a bunch of my knickknacks at the Dollar Tree as well.
I remember the first year we did the Summer Vibes Music Fest. I got there and way after you did. You got there earlier and helped him like set up and shit.
Yeah.
And I got there and he was like, "I want to run to the store real quick and get some stuff. I'll be back." And I was like, "All right." He's like, "I'm gonna get some stuff for hosting or whatever. I was
probably
thinking
cocaine.
He was getting what it. No, he comes back with like a black duffel bag full of like Dollar Tree, like Groucho Marx eye glasses with the noses, water guns, handcuffs. You had a plastic samurai sword, and I was like, "What is all this shit?" Are we going to a kid's birthday party after this or
Yeah.
something?
A whole mess of accoutrement.
He was like, "No, man, we could put this stuff on stage," and I was like, "No."
Did you hear him rap?
Sometimes I have a good stutter and it sounds tight.
That was sick. You
Speaking
sound like a
of-
Beastie Boy.
I could never do it again.
Speaking of Halloween, you gotta get Christy on notice for what her topic is this year.
I know she's already preparing.
Oh, she gonna do a special spooky episode?
Yeah,
We've
we
done
are
one
doing
every
it.
year.
Every year, we're
Every
gonna do
year
another
we've done
one.
one with Christy.
Oh yeah,
Annual episode.
yeah, anal episode.
Annual. I'll get her. I'll get those wheels
The
greased
Christy anal episode.
Yeah,
up.
we
She
did.
won't like that.
That made me spit my gum out.
She won't like that. She'll say, "I don't know."
I'm sorry, sweetheart. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we
She'll
did.
just put her head down.
I've been
She
apologizing.
just says all the time, "They're crazy." So
I've been apologizing for my mouth a lot here lately.
why?
We did.
I guess because wild shit comes out of it.
That's true.
We did
And
Salem
goes
Witch
in it.
Trials last
Yeah.
year. I
Yes.
think. I don't even remember what we did 2 years
We did
ago.
the Salem witch trials, and the year before, I think we just did movies or something. Maybe we talked about some shit.
Okay.
You can go back
Groovy,
to that,
baby.
check that out in the old episodes.
Groovy, baby.
Is this dog wanting to get out? Is he about to have a heat stroke in here?
No, he's
Oh,
chilling.
he wants to have a good time.
I got you. And his
he
tooth
wants to
is
have a
still
good
hanging
time.
on. I say
He's a fire breather, baby.
that tooth keeps getting a little more parallel to Earth every time I see
Yeah.
him.
Melody lost both of her front teeth last week.
Nice.
At the same time,
And within 2 or 3, 4 days, something like that. Yeah.
I bet she's a wild-looking child right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
All she wants for Christmas is her two front teeth. The perfect timing. It's
Yeah, it might be.
Yeah, probably
Yeah.
so.
It's Christmas.
What else
Cards.
we got Greta Thunberg's boat supposedly got hit by a drone. I think I clarified it was not a drone from what I understand now. It was either so the things in like the lifeboats and life jackets have charges in them to help them inflate
Yes.
quicker.
Yeah, you pull like a tab and it blows out. Yeah.
And it was either that or obviously on that boat they have all this camera equipment that's run by lithium batteries, which is what I think it was.
Yeah, with water. Mix them
And
with the water.
Salt water probably got into those lithium batteries, eroded them, and caused that flash. Because it really wasn't. After I saw the video of them on the boat,
Mhm.
it really wasn't that bad. I mean, they were just kind of freaking out for really no reason.
They always say that fires on boats and spaceships are never good.
Yeah.
I would say
Boats and
space would be way
spaceships.
worse than
If
a
they would
boat.
have got hit by a drone,
Yeah.
if they would have got hit by a drone missile, there wouldn't have been
Nothing
much
left.
You can get on a raft or a piece of driftwood.
Or drown maybe even, or get eaten by a shark. But you have something in space,
What do you think?
just get
do you
sucked
think,
out in a vacuum.
Do you think that's a long death? Space getting sucked up in that
No.
vacuum? You think that's pretty quick?
I think
No,
it's quick.
That's quick. You
I think
freeze
it
more
freeze.
than anything.
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
almost
I'd much rather
immediately.
When
do
you saw
that
it, have you ever
then-
seen Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2?
Yeah,
You know,
I have.
whenever the blue
I mean,
guy dies, Yondu?
Yeah.
Yeah, his ass froze up.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, man.
Not bad.
That's all real stuff.
If
So,
space exists, yeah.
Yeah, of course it is. It's a Marvel
he's
movie.
in
Of
the
course
public
it's all real
restroom
stuff.
again.
Oh, that's my.
Would
that's
you
my
rather?
ticket. There is a beautiful, music venue
Yeah.
in Glasgow called the Grove, and it's right behind Ralphie's Fun Center, and it is in a grove of trees, and there's like 2-story pavilions and shit, and a stage back there. Anyway, would I rather?
Would you rather be lost in space
Mhm.
or do stand up for only your mom for a year?
Stand up.
I'm gonna do Lost in Space.
Asking him personally more than anything else. You'd rather be lost in space.
I'm gonna do Lost in Space.
How
At least
long,
I'm
are
up
you,
there.
how long are you lost in space?
1
for?
year.
1 year.
Oh, it's your same
Yeah.
time frame.
Yeah. You have to do stand up every day for your mom for a year.
I don't know. That just
Do I,
mean,
have
really-
stuff up there? Am I doing
Yeah,
stuff?
I mean, you're on a spaceship. I mean, you have enough stuff to survive for a year. So, I mean.
I think that'd be an adventure. That'd be kind of neat, actually.
I need some
See, now I
extra.
see, wait a minute ago, it was stand up for moms.
Well, I thought it was just open ended. You're lost in
Well, you
space.
get to come back after 1 year. You don't have to keep doing stand up for your mom forever.
Yeah, I know. But
She wouldn't like that.
Yeah, I want the adventure.
yeah, I was gonna say it'd
Yeah.
be neat to be up there.
I need some stuff to do while I'm up there. I need some like caterpillars to take care of and test different space. I'll inject them with space dust and whatnot and see if I can make them grow extra legs or something. And like I would need.
You could test the theory on if they freeze immediately whenever you shoot them out too.
That's animal cruelty.
In space, you think those rules exist up there?
They send monkeys up there to their demise.
They haven't done that in a while, though, have they? When's the last time they did that?
I think one came back.
Oh, I don't think
I
one
went,
ever
I went
come
to the
back.
museum in whatever it is. Oh, to the NASA place.
That's some wild shit. by
Where
the
is
way.
that, like-
shooting monkeys into space?
Where is that? In Alabama.
Alabama, yeah.
Yeah, I
They
went
do.
to pick my buddy's
Shot.
son went to space camp, and I rode down there with him, pick him up, and we did a tour. And there was like this exhibit of like the monkey came back in this capsule. It landed by parachute in the ocean. He went to space and came back. He didn't like get out and do anything while he's up there. And then that monkey retired happy, like at the Cincinnati Zoo,
It's,
until 2016 when a young boy fell into his enclosure.
Here's a gorilla. We sent Harambe into space.
No, all gorillas start out as chimpanzees in the space program.
Okay.
That's where all gorillas come from.
So in 1996, Russians shot 2 monkeys into space, Lapik and Multik. If I'm saying that right. They were launched on December 24th, Christmas Eve, 1996, and they returned to Earth January 7th, 1997 as part of the Bion 11 mission. This was a joint Russian-U.S. program to study the effects of zero gravity. In 2013, the Iranians shot a monkey into space.
No, I bet that didn't turn
It
out
didn't
as well.
say nothing else. It says nothing else.
And that was it.
That monkey is
It said
gone.
the mission was considered a prelude to Iran's goal of sending humans into space. That was 2013.
Yeah,
they
they
ain't
ain't
sending humans into space.
What are they going to do up there?
Yeah, they ain't going nowhere.
I don't know, man. Israel bombed Qatar today, didn't they, or something?
I don't know, man. I was really busy. I missed. If there was news today, I missed it.
Apparently, Netanyahu said there was some Hamas like people living in Doha, Qatar, and they did a precision strike, and of course it killed civilians. Of course, and Qatar's like one of our biggest allies in the Middle East.
Yeah.
They're a pretty like westernized nation, really. Like they have F1 races in Qatar and all that shit. You know
Is
what
it
I mean?
Qatar?
I say Qatar.
Okay, I
No
was just thinking.
wonder I was so fucked up. Yeah,
I think it is too, but because
QATAR, I think.
I was gonna say Americans always have called it Qatar, but I remember when Theo went over there, he came back and he said everybody over there called it Qatar.
I think it's Qatar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a pretty sick name, though.
yeah.
Like if I named a son Cutter Cook.
Would you spell it like that?
Cutter
That is
Harrington?
pretty- Cutter Cook sounds way better.
Yeah, that is kind of tight.
Yeah.
Toy.
I named my kid Harry Harrington. That would have been
Cutter.
tight.
Speaking of
There's old
Cutter-
Harry Harrington.
Yeah.
Could never get a real
Is
job.
that- is
Could never get a real job at being named Harry Harrington.
Is that short for Geraldo?
Horatio?
Horatio.
I do like the name Horatio. It's a tight name, dude. Horatio Gates. He was General George Washington's right-hand man.
So have we said anything? Has there been any press release?
Trump said that
release?
I've heard conflicting reports, of course. So the White House says that they didn't know shit about it. That Trump feels really bad for the people in Qatar, Doha, that this happened.
Yeah.
That he didn't know anything about it, but we know that the U.S. controls Qatar airspace, so they had to know. And also, Israel said they acted alone and purely alone. Netanyahu said that. So that makes me think, hey, if he's already getting out in front of this saying they acted only by themselves, how long has this been planned?
They use Israel missiles.
Yeah, well, nobody knows. Nobody knows. Right? I mean, aren't U.S. and Israel missiles one and the same kind of? Like
I thought we supplied all of their
I thought we did
missiles
too.
and
I thought we did
aircraft
the
and
Iron
everything.
Dome, all that shit. I
Yeah.
thought we kind of helped them with. I don't know, man. I think that I don't know enough about it to really weigh in on my
Yeah,
opinion.
I'll have to look into it.
I'm excited for the Golden Dome, baby. They'll
Yeah, that's going to
raise
be
the
pretty tight,
fucking
dude.
roof.
I think they're going to try to get all of North America minus Mexico. Canada's going to be in on the deal.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they want to help pay for it.
Yeah, nice.
Trump said, but Trump says a lot of stuff, so
Yeah.
we'll see. He also said the Epstein files were a Democrat hoax today, so I don't know. What do y'all think?
I was going to say the supposed victims are saying they're going to make their own list now and release it.
They're getting together.
Yeah.
That's the one thing about it is it's really going to be hard to sweep 30 people under a rug
Yeah.
that have already been on TV. You know what I mean? That have never met but have corroborating stories.
Yeah.
You know, what's the coincidence of that? That seems like an awful lot of work to put into a hoax.
I know. I mean, we thinking about like, was it Germany that just had their election, but like prior to the election, 5 people were assassinated or
Right,
something
yeah,
that were
man.
running that against the regime.
We're starting to see a little bit of Cold War policies going on in countries again. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? To where like things might happen to somebody.
And I don't know the extent of this, but apparently the French government's fallen.
I have no idea about that. I don't keep up with France.
I mean, it's a pretty big deal over there.
I'm
right
sure
now.
it is, but
I
I
mean,
just don't-
apparently their government's just in disarray currently.
Surprise, surprise, man.
Yeah, all of those countries over there are just in the biggest of trouble right now. Like none of them have leadership by any means. What do the Royals do?
They don't do nothing. They carry on the tradition.
Yeah, that's all for morale.
They're like regents.
kinda.
They can like be consulted. They can give advice, but they don't have any kind of like weighing.
Isn't that crazy? You're like the king, and you don't
Yeah.
really have.
Well, he helps appoint the prime minister. Now he or she does have a say in that. If it's the
Okay.
queen or the king or whatever. Like
Yeah.
the king, Queen Elizabeth's dad, I think it was King Charles. He appointed Winston Churchill. He helped appoint Winston Churchill.
Oh, okay.
And like because they didn't nobody want Winston Churchill in office, and they knew that there was a few people that knew he was going to be the right man, and Neville Chamberlain was a big champion for Winston Churchill, so he got with the king, and they kind of pushed him in.
Neville Champion.
Neville Chamberlain.
I don't know a great deal.
He
about
died
this
of cancer right after
Wilt
that.
Chamberlain, he's got AIDS, right?
because I read
It's Magic Johnson.
I read a little bit about this today.
Also a
and
Laker.
Watched I don't know, it was like an hour-long video about like Germany after the war.
Yeah.
It was crazy times over there,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Like they didn't have any resources or anything, and like
Nobody wanted to help him.
all of the surrounding countries, like there was a lot of Germans that lived in Poland and stuff like that. They ended up having to go to Germany because they kind of got forced out of Poland because they were German. So that, and then they ended up not having anywhere to go back to, even though they owned land and everything else in Poland. But Poland didn't want them back because everybody surrounding Germany was like, every one of y'all's Nazis.
Y'all did World War One. Y'all did World War Two.
Yeah.
Y'all
I'd
invaded
be
Poland.
excited to go back to a country and start from scratch. I'd be like, let's get our hands dirty. Let's go to work, boys.
Well, the Allies, the Allied forces, one of the things that I thought was crazy, and I guess it wasn't that crazy because I think the ratio to men to women at the time, like adult, like probably 18 plus,
that was.
was 65 men to every 100 women.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So the Allies,
You could have two, and wouldn't nobody say anything, would they?
You might after a while. You might be like, damn.
so the Allies.
Back in when you could have two families, one secret.
right. But yeah, you definitely could.
Yeah.
So like 1995, you
Yeah.
could. Then
So
the
the
internet
Allies
happened.
made like some kind of they made it a law basically. If you were a woman between 15 and 50, you had to be on the Rebel crew, and it was like that whole period was called like the Rebel times or
Rebel
something.
rousers, yeah.
Something like that. I don't remember. But yeah, I mean, people didn't have anywhere to stay. All their houses were probably burnt down, or
So they rebelled through the rail. They roused
just-
through the rebel.
I guess so. I mean, all they did was just walk down the streets, picking up rocks, putting
Yeah.
them in piles,
Building bridges
basically.
back.
Yeah, building bridges back,
Building-
trying to
putting
get
buildings back
infrastructure
together.
back.
Also, Formula One started in 1950, and a lot of those tracks that are built in Europe were soldiers that didn't have jobs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like the Nürburgring in Germany, it's called the Green Hell because it's built through the Ardennes Forest, and a lot of those were old German Wehrmacht troops that didn't have jobs, so they just built tracks all through Europe, and that's how it kind of started. Pretty interesting, but it kind of makes sense though too. We had baseball and shit, you know what I mean? Like we come back and we did that, football, all that. They kind of went with auto racing and soccer, you know,
Yeah.
and rugby. They play a lot of rugby too.
And then on top of that, like the surrounding like Allied powers had these POW camps that were filled with Germans.
Right.
And then after the war, though, they ended up converting what they called the POW camps to jails for soldiers or something like
Yeah,
that.
they were treated very well, and like
No.
the ones that I've read about here, they were treated really well, like in America.
Oh yeah, no, I'm talking about like over
Oh,
there.
I'm sure over there was probably
Yeah.
also like you didn't want to get picked up by Russians. You wanted to surrender to
Yeah.
the Western Allies. You got picked up by the Russians, you might get raped,
Yeah.
killed, put in the gulag, whatever.
Yeah, I think it was at like the number just within like 6 months to a year, it was like 100,000 women were killed
Yeah.
because like
You called them.
well,
felt, you know.
yeah.
Yeah.
But they changed the classifications of their POW camps so they didn't have to go by what is like the international
Geneva
Convention. Yeah. So that's the reason they reclassified their POW camps to that, so that they didn't have to take care of them as well as if they were POWs.
They were just like day laborers, kind of like they did the
Yeah.
Japanese in the internment camps.
And then a lot of them were Jews as well, and then they didn't know where to send all these people back to because you can't just introduce hundreds of thousands of people back into.
No, you can't. Not into that's what they said about slavery too.
Yeah. Okay, and they ended up sending like 100,000 Jews back to Germany, and then like they just the rest.
Would have started a fucking army. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Damn, dude. Like,
And then all the rest of the Germans, like they ended up having to spread them out, and it was just like an absolute mess, from what I understand. But they rebuilt it. Germany's a very pretty place nowadays. So it's much
was
like Japan. We
gorgeous.
hit that thing with a double tap, and look how far ahead they are in everything.
Dresden, Germany, man. The Dresden firestorm was like bigger. It was a bigger like event than either of the atomic bombs. Nobody talked about though because it was just like a normal fire bombing. It was the biggest fire bombing ever that we did on the the city of Dresden in Germany, and that was to pretty much break the will of the German people.
Yeah.
It got to a point like where they, their Nazi Germany wasn't showing any signs of surrender. And they were like, you know what, we can't keep just bleeding all these people and men, supplies. It was 5 years, 6 years now at this point. So they didn't want to bomb a city like that because Dresden was like a cultural center of like Germany. It was like there was no forts close by, no airstrips, no like military factories, anything. It was just like people, like 200,000 people.
Yeah.
And they burnt that motherfucker to the ground. Nobody lived. Kurt Vonnegut did. He wrote a book called Slaughterhouse-Five after it. And he talks about how he was taken prisoner of war is what saved his life because he was underground in a bunker. And he said that he remembered like hearing noises and then coming out from under it, it was like hell on earth.
Dang.
Yeah, and they just went right back down, come back up after it. It was just charred everywhere. Everything was gone. It's wild shit.
One of the big things too with like the Russians, their soldiers were like they said. I think they said the women were saying they would rather bomb land than a soldier knock on their door or something like
Yeah.
that because the Russian soldiers were just known to abuse and rape and everything else. And then the after this got reported to like their higher commands, a lot of the higher commands were not happy with their underlings, but they also just got done fighting war and didn't really have the manpower to continue doing what they were doing without them, so they were hands tied situation. But then it became a thing to where the higher ups in the Russian military were saying, "Hey, if somebody's attacking you, just hit them in the face with ink." And ink back then, you couldn't get it off, type of thing.
Oh, dude, I'm sure it was poison.
Yeah.
Whatever was in it was fucking
mercury.
Yeah.
And that
Turpentine.
lasted for all of like a few weeks until the people that got hit with ink would just kill you if you hit them with ink.
Yeah, man.
So it was like, why risk?
You spit to me?
Yeah.
Like spit in my face.
Yeah, why risk? Maybe this guy will just do the rape thing to me and leave me alive, and then I'll go about my day instead of throwing ink in this guy's face and then him just killing me or whatever. So
Yeah, it said that old inks were made of oak galls. The tree growths are rich in tannic acid, which provides the ink's main component, and then they would add iron sulfate, an iron salt that reacts with the tannins to create the ink's color. So I'm sure it wasn't good for the eyeballs.
no.
Shoot you full of
But
sap.
it was just supposed to be like a mark that this guy's
Iron
an
sulfate.
abuser or whatever because he's got basically black face.
Christy has some pepper spray. It's got UV dye in it. So
Oh,
if you
really?
get sprayed by it, it's 48 hours, your ass is fluorescent.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
cool.
Yeah, dude.
That might be a Patreon episode.
No, I ain't getting fucked. Y'all spray you with it.
I know you're not gonna fucking do it. I think we all know who's getting sprayed.
I think we
by
all know who's getting
UV pepper spray.
I'm doing the spraying.
Yeah. Oh. I hope
Yeah,
the wind's
it's
blowing
got-
in your
It
direction.
says on there, dude, like it's like be careful. This shit will stain you. Yeah.
I'm standing at a safe distance.
Yeah.
I've been sprayed by a skunk before.
Do you have to take a bath in tomato juice?
Christmas Day, like 2016, 17,
So it's
something like
recent.
that. 2016 or 17.
10 years
whatever
ago.
that is. Yeah. It was like 70 degrees. So me and Dustin Jones and Dustin Grace were like, let's go fucking kayaking. When are we ever going to be able to kayak on Christmas Day ever again?
The water's still freezing though, right?
I mean, it was whatever.
December.
It was whatever. I don't care about cold water. I can do it.
Okay.
But it had rained a bunch, and the creek was up real high. And in the middle of the creek was this little island, and there was a baby skunk on that island,
Oh,
just freezing. So I threw my shirt over it, took it to shore. It bit the shit out of me and sprayed me.
I can see. Come here, little skunk.
Yeah.
Come
Yeah.
here, little buddy.
I threw my shirt
Where's
over
your
it.
mama at, little buddy? Stage wilderness. Hey, little buddy, where's your mama at? Looking around and
Come
shit.
here.
Yeah, I'm taking you home. Where's
I
your
couldn't
mom?
smell it, but they did. I chased them for the next 2 hours of that kayaking trip because I thought it was so funny. They were running they were trying to get away so hard, and I just thought it was so funny. I was on their ass. But yeah, we did. Dustin Gray still has a video with my wiener and everything in it. I did a naked tomato man dance in the yard at like 9 o'clock, December, 25th.
You was married then, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first time.
yeah. Elizabeth is spraying me with a hose.
You like
Yeah.
Chris Farley in the black was it Tommy Boy where
He's getting sprayed off
I'm a
by the
maniac,
gas.
maniac. Did you eat paint chips as a kid?
Why?
Why?
But I had to sleep on the couch for 2 weeks because I smelled so bad. Finally, it was like Epsom salt and baking soda, a bath with Epsom salt and baking soda. Finally got the smell out of my
I
pores.
shouldn't wonder why sometimes we got divorced and I think about how we are. And then I think about when we did Yelled Out the Window. I remember we got fucked up doing an episode, right? And so, like, the next day I talked to him and he was like, man, I had a rough night last night. And I was like, oh, yeah? He was like, yeah. Well, I woke up outside. He goes, I started mowing the yard. And I got to drinking or whatever still and doing whatever. He said, I fell asleep in the yard. I think he, like, slept outside all night.
I lost a phone that night and have still. I mean, lived there
was
for like
like-
4 more years and still never found it.
Don't tell them what you did. You was like those chupacabras that like turn into like a chupacabra in the middle of the night and go out and hunt and then wake up and don't remember what they did.
Yeah,
All over your
little
face.
werewolf,
I will say that was almost a decade ago now.
little
Yeah.
drunk werewolf.
Like the animal. Like you
I'm
ever seen that
glad
movie
I'm
with Rob
past it.
Schneider? The animal.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
He like goes out hunting in the middle of the night and he wakes up.
Yeah.
And he's like, what the fuck? He's got,
I'm
like,
glad
hair.
those days are behind me. Good
Yeah,
Lord.
I'm glad they are around behind me too. Man.
Woo!
It's just funny.
Speaking of that ink and blackface, what about Drewski?
Doing the white face. That was.
You have to show a picture.
Might impose one in here. The
Yeah.
makeup artist did a fantastic job.
They're the real star, the makeup person. Like the skin tone or with the red around the neck. Like
the
dude,
tan lines.
I don't see how, like, he looked white.
Yeah.
Like the hair, of course, you could, like, if you know Drewski, you could tell it was him, kind of.
Yeah.
Like, you really have to look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still don't see.
It's so wild, dude.
Yeah.
How he looked, man. He's got blonde hair and everything.
I still really can't see Heath Ledger in the Joker. Still to this day, like
Really?
I try to find Heath Ledger's face and I cannot.
I think we all just realized that Heath Ledger was the Joker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, really, once
He
he
turned
did that
into it.
role, yeah.
But Drewski's got that old white dude that is always around them or
Yes,
whatever.
that
and
dude from Alabama or whatever, yeah.
Yeah, Roll Tide. Roll Tide.
Yeah, he's pretty funny.
Yeah. So I'm guessing that's probably his muse for
Who
his.
is that dude? Was he like a TikTok
He
guy or
ran
something?
into Drewski ran into him like at a tailgating deal,
Oh, okay.
and just fell in love with him, and the
funny.
audience loved
Yeah.
him.
He's-
so
he's
he
like
said,
funny.
"Let's ride it out."
Yeah.
I've never watched Drewski's like love show, his dating show or
I
whatever.
did.
but
I
they
did.
say it's good.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah,
I'd love to watch it.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Shout out Drewski.
The clips are hilarious.
Anyway, I think that it was funny. I think that I have no problem with the whiteface stuff.
Yeah, I don't care.
Especially if it's done like that, dude. Like that was.
Yeah.
Now we need Adam Ray to dress up like Drewski.
Dang.
Get a fat suit.
Yeah.
Man.
Adam Ray's got a new character. He's
His
like
makeup artist may be the same one Drewski used.
Adam Ray's got a new character. He's like something, the mentalist or
haven't
something.
seen that one yet.
A Mentalist is hilarious.
I
Yeah.
haven't seen that one yet.
That's
I
funny.
saw it like cross my YouTube today. I didn't watch it, but I was like, oh, I have to watch that.
Did
tonight.
y'all watch Donnell Rollins and Rob Schneider on Kill Tony?
Yeah.
It was kind of an odd episode.
Donnell,
Yeah.
he's funny, but man, he
got
bothers-
personal a little
he's-
time.
He's so annoying to me.
Yeah.
He can't take the digs at all.
He doesn't like it. You can tell.
Yeah.
He's about like Bobby Lee. Sometimes Bobby Lee gets a little butt.
I like how Tony, with that one dude, pretty much like gave him shit, or like he interviewed this guy and he like did like a lot of like black jokes, pretty much to fuck with Donnell. You could tell Tony was like, "Hey man, just lighten up."
Yeah.
Like you know, this is a comedy show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see Rob Schneider was just cracking up because it was getting under his skin, man.
Rob's a N-word at the very end.
I know, dude. Like what? Like yeah, man. It was a wild episode. It really was. It was a very.
He's
wild,
already had a little. I mean, he's already had enough trouble in
Hey,
the industry.
He said it with the A, from what I understand.
Yeah.
They beeped it out on YouTube.
I
or
bet Adam
whatever.
Sandler was like, God,
Yeah.
I can't be in any of my movies anymore.
That was it, right?
They have kind of separated a little bit. You don't see Rob Schneider. I think they're still buddies, of course, but you don't see Rob doing. Like
He still put him in Happy Gilmore
Yeah,
too.
well, had to
I mean,
have
he
him in that.
I was gonna
didn't-
say Adam. Was
he didn't
on-
have to.
Adam
Yeah.
did an interview or something where somebody was asking him about Rob, and he was like, "Man, I don't care what Rob does outside of
It's
my
his
movies."
business,
He was
yeah,
like,
it's
"Me
his
and him have
business.
been friends for 30 years, and I ain't planning on stopping that anytime
That's
soon."
good that he said that's good.
Yeah.
You know, some people they'll try to distance themselves from things,
Yeah.
but Adam Sandler, he ain't got to worry about that now.
No,
He's been 40 years in the business.
Yeah,
Josh loves distancing himself from people.
There is some truth to that.
Gotten pretty good,
little truth to that.
at it too.
Got it down to a fine science.
Fun science.
Speaking of this, I know you've watched Friendship, the new movie with Tim Robbins
Yeah.
and
I have not.
Paul Rudd. You haven't watched it, so I don't know if we need to get into it too much.
It was a good movie. I will say that.
It's a very good movie. It's kind of a mind fuck.
Yeah.
But if you've ever seen I Think You Should Leave with Tim Robinson on Netflix, you know, we're huge Tim Robinson fans here at the Fine By Me universe. Well, it's cringy, right? Like all of the characters he plays are kind of like macho men that kind of like don't want to like give in to things or like say they're wrong or whatever.
Yeah.
So in this movie Friendship, it's framed as like a thriller or like a not really like a horror movie, but kind of like a psychological thriller,
I guess.
dark comedy.
Yeah, I would say dark comedy. I don't
But
know.
the transition from his funny character, like that dude, being funny and awkward, and I Think You Should Leave, is the same character in this movie, but it's very ominous and dark, like a sociopathic version.
yeah, yeah.
He's definitely a sociopath.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't know how to like pick up on social cues.
No
Yeah.
boundaries.
No, dude, you might have secondhand embarrassment. The whole
Yeah.
movie.
Dude, there was one.
You might just be able to go ahead and talk about it
No.
because I might not be able to finish it if it's
Christy
bad
couldn't
enough.
watch it.
There was one scene where I was like, I had to look away. I even felt like weird about it. I
Was it
like,
the scene where they were doing the pitches
the what?
with the mayor about the pitches for like his campaign?
No, I
That's
think it
pretty
was.
rough
That
part.
was a rough one too.
That's pretty rough, that part.
that was a rough one too. But there was one. I don't know. I may have been whenever he was in the garage.
Yeah. Which
the-
time though? Like
First time.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's on HBO Max. If
Yeah.
you have HBO Max, I think it's like $5 to rent on. No, it's free if you have HBO Max.
I do have HBO
It's like
Max.
$5 on Prime.
Yeah.
I mean,
Baby,
so-
put Friendship on.
it's good. It's really
You
good.
got a friend in me.
It's really good.
It's got good acting in it all the way around.
You got a friend
Kate Mara
in me.
plays his wife, and she's kind of dissociated, too.
Yeah.
She's
When
a
the
cancer survivor.
road is
What
rough
about the opening
ahead?
scene when they're in that group meeting, and like how it like cuts to like the intro credits,
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? How he's like, I'm doing that just fine. He looks around the room. You're like, okay, I'll say this part. So it opens up as like a group, like an AA meeting kind of deal, like a closed session group.
Yeah.
So these couples are talking. Well, it's Tim Robinson's
couples
wife.
therapy, I
Couples
would say,
therapy.
yeah.
Cancer survivor group. So
Oh
she's
yeah, I forgot she's
yeah, she's talking about how it's been like a year since she had cancer, but she lived every day in fear because she was afraid it might come back. And she also is afraid she'll never have an orgasm ever again. And like that's what she said. So
that's
like
a fear.
Tim Robinson puts his hand over on her like thing and he's like, "You're going to be fine, honey." Well, then it pans over to him and she looks at him and she goes, "Do you have anything you'd like to share?" And he just puts his hand back on his wife's lap and he goes, "I'm orgasming just fine." And then he looks around the room. It's still like the intro credits. And like, golly. He's a psychopath. He is a psycho in that movie. He's fucking crazy in that. Yeah. He made me feel uncomfortable a couple times. That's hard for me to
Yeah, it's hard for me to get uncomfortable, and I was like, oh man.
I was like, please just say the right thing. I was like, what are you doing? How hard is this? They're like, oh yeah, he's a sociopath. Like, he just doesn't understand. Like,
yeah.
I thought one of the funny parts too, it was how the kid kissed the mom on the lips, and he's like, "Y'all kiss each other on the lips now?" I can't give any more away, but golly, dude.
That's right at the beginning of the movie
nuts,
too.
dude.
Yeah.
He's sitting there in his chair, and his wife's at the table, and she's like, "This new guy moved in, which is Paul Rudd's character." She's like, "I met him. He said that he wants you to come over tonight for drinks at 8, and I said that you could do it." He just looks up over. He goes, "You don't know my schedule." And she goes, "You sit there every night," and he goes. He's like, "I heard there's a new Marvel movie out supposed to be nuts." He said, "Maybe we should go see that." Just anything he could do to not be around people, you know?
Yeah.
So funny, dude. But yeah, check it out.
It was really good. I'll end up rewatching it like 6 months from now once I get over the embarrassment from it.
It's nuts, man. It really is. But it's a good movie. I'm glad though that like I didn't like pay $20 to buy it.
Yeah,
because I almost did like 2 weeks ago. Like and then it come out, and I was like, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, I knew it'd stream eventually, so that's why I was waiting.
Patience is a virtue, young Joshua.
Patience is a virtue.
Have you been practicing your patience?
No, dude, that's the one thing I lack. I'm not very good at patience, dude. I'm really not. And I lost this leg, and it was hard. That was the hardest thing about losing the leg, probably, was the patience of not only having to wait on everything or wait on people to like help me sometimes, you know. Having to ask for help's hard for me too. So that was
Same.
a good barrier to get across. And also, I had a hard, not really like patience on learning how to walk, but just the whole process of getting the leg and all that. And then I got a cat too, so my patience has gotten better.
Yeah. I like to drive just right at the speed limit, just take my time, you know.
No.
Go
faster than that.
No, I can be. That's where I.
But you're never tardy.
That's where I practice
but you
my
hate
patience.
tardiness.
I do.
Hate tardiness and
but
lack of urgency.
I'm trying to let that go.
It's hard. The lack of urgency, I can tell that still perturbs you a little bit. You might need to talk to somebody about that.
No, that's where I'm. I practice on the road, and then I implement like with family.
Oh, okay.
You know, that's who I get impatient with a lot. Or actually, I'm not worried about being impatient with my little young protege Henry. I will tell him that he sucks immediately, even before he messes something up. I'll tell him, "You're gonna mess this up." And
really give him a vote of confidence.
Well, he needs to
be talked to
learn
like that?
how people talk to people out here, and that's how people talk to people out here.
Dudes get a little bit different treatment. Like Christy gets on to me sometimes about how I'm softer on the girls than I am Case, and I'm like, dude, I'm raising him to be a dude in this world. Nobody cares about dudes.
Man.
He needs to be able to like get a couple buddies, talk to them, or find a good podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Get Casey on a pod on the combine out there.
Yeah, dude, he would for sure.
Do a pod from the combine.
Give a couple more years. He gets up about 16,
all 4 of
17.
us fit in the combine.
One of those probably. That's pretty big, like a spaceship.
Yeah.
Got my control pad.
He's actually working right down the road over here by Roberts Road. Roberts Road.
Right down the gosh darn road.
That's right down the road. He's disking.
Oh,
They just got their harvested.
Gonna turn it over. Gonna turn that soil over.
He's feeding the world. They're feeding the country.
We are the world. We are the children. We We are the ones who make a better place. So let's start living.
Is it given? It's given. Let's start giving, right?
Let's start living.
I don't know. There's a documentary on Netflix about that too.
Did you go to Godstock?
What?
I didn't. We almost did. There's a Christian rock concert every year, like at the
a play
lake.
of Woodstock, but called Godstock.
Yeah.
Bear River?
I think Hillview puts it on.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
I knew a bunch of
I think they're
I knew a
into
bunch of people that went, and I was surprised to see that you didn't go. To be honest, so.
Yeah.
Were you
We had talked
preoccupied?
about it a few times. That was the first time I'd actually ever heard of it, like 2 days before. And then what did we do Sunday? Oh, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, if you only learned about it 2 days before, I should have told you. I didn't even think about. I've known about it for a little bit now. I just knew that I had my buddy's Air Force retirement this past weekend. So
Thank
Oh
you for your
yeah,
service.
Sonny.
yeah,
Yeah.
Sonny B,
Exquisite mustache.
Big handsome bastard.
24 years
And
in.
his big handsome
Did-
suit.
24 years in, so
What do
he's
they call that?
He's 43.
Dress.
43.
What do they call that?
Dress blues?
Formal dress.
Yeah, dress blues.
dress
Yeah.
blues, looking pretty slick. Man in uniform.
Yeah, he was active duty until 2017, and then he joined the Guard then and did his last, I guess, 17 to 25, so 8 years
Yep.
in the Guard.
Yep.
What's he do besides that?
What's he doing in
Does he
civilian
have
life?
another job as well?
No.
Sick.
Now, I mean, he's
Tell him, come on, Daddy.
He put in all his time, so he's got his GI Bill and
he's
all
got
that.
all that, dude.
Like he's got everything.
Pension.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
so-
like topped out, whatever they call it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say how much I know how much it makes
We don't
a
have to
month
talk about
just
that.
from pulling or whatever. But he's technically making more. He's always wanted to be a chef, so he's
Dude.
All right.
so his
bet.
first day of culinary school was today.
he got a colonoscopy today?
No, well, he may have at some point.
Yeah,
he's 40.
He's over 40.
He's
had
43, so I'm sure he's had one.
All right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Gonna need 2 fingers on this one, Duck.
But yeah, so he's always wanted to be a chef or just have the skills. I don't know that he's going to use
one.
it.
It's good to have him at home,
Per
though.
se.
Knife skills. If you have some decent knife
I
skills.
think he's trying to work with some catering company to work for them, or there's some beef farm in Tennessee that he wants to open up like a little side gig with.
Cut meats and things.
Well, he wants to like put up like a little booth outside of their factory and
Like a
like
food truck.
and have like seats so people can
Oh,
come try their
yeah,
meat
okay, yeah, I got you.
instead of
Ah.
because they just
Like a demo
they just,
kind of
yeah,
thing.
so they just sell to the. I
That
think
is
they
cool.
sell to the public, but they sell to stores and stuff too at this beef place. I wish I could remember who it is because but
Beef.
but yeah,
Is it big beef?
No, it's a Wagyu farm.
Big beef cattle, BBC.
No, I'm talking about the industry. Are we
I
in
mean,
big
they're-
beef?
We in little beef?
We in
We
big.
talking little
we-
beef?
What
Local
world are we?
beef?
What
Local
world?
beef.
Local
I mean, we're-
beef.
It's local beef. Yeah.
Farm raised organic.
Yeah,
Local
farm.
beef's where we want to stay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we keep our
you
beef
don't
local.
want to get into the big beef.
Yeah, it's
They
local.
will tear you to pieces. Yeah. Trust me. Trust me. So I didn't get to install my dishwasher today.
Why, Dad fail you?
No,
No,
of
he
course
failed
not.
himself.
Come on, Wes. Man ain't never failed anyone in his life. He always pulls through.
What happened?
Oh, I guess fucking standard dishwasher sizes is 33 and a half tall, and our
Okay.
counters are only 32. In order to get a 31-inch dishwasher, like we would have to get like a wheelchair accessible dishwasher, and it would be an extra $400 on top of the one we already got.
How did you feel after y'all put that plug in and stuff and you brought that dishwasher in here? And you're like,
I didn't open. I haven't opened it yet.
Hey. Okay, so you
Yeah.
knew before Barry come
I
over here to work.
I didn't measure it before we bought the dishwasher, but I was like, before I open this, I'm gonna measure. And yeah, so it's
Son of
either
a
it's either buy a shorter dishwasher for an extra $400,
Which is wheelchair
or-
accessible.
or raise the countertops an inch and a half. Put new countertops on and raise
What
and
kind
raise
of
it an inch
bullshit
and a
is
half.
that the big dishwasher
Big dishwasher.
has decided that they can make a dishwasher 1 inch shorter and then slap a wheelchair ADA sticker on it.
Yep.
1 inch.
Huh.
That
Maybe
makes no
2
sense.
inches.
Well, but still, dude, like what
Yeah.
the like? well, How does that make it wheelchair dishwasher?
Yeah.
Like you can still not be able to reach shit.
What if you get a midget one?
Little person, little
you can
person.
get one. You can get
what
like
are they,
a
like 17
on top
inches?
of the counter.
You can get those. That was like 8 plates and
Yeah,
6 cups.
you can get one on top of the counter.
Like, well, we gotta wash dishes separately tonight.
Yeah.
Melody,
So-
you can use the dishwasher. Tucker, you got a hand wash.
Yeah. No, good luck.
Well, so what's the plan then? Are you gonna?
Those are our two options. We're still weighing.
Oh, yeah, I guess you got to
We're
figure
still
out.
looking for more
And the Halloween
dishwashers.
budget's blowing and that all
Yeah.
hell.
Yeah,
For
Wow.
sure.
And he
Yeah.
bought candy. Have you seen how expensive Halloween candy is this year? These economy's killing Halloween.
Man, we're in two different wars right now.
A bag of Reese's, like the 85 count, just a little single like
Man, them
miniatures.
things are so annoying to eat.
$15.
Woof.
Yeah, $15 at dollar store.
That's crazy.
$15,
Now
little
the
man.
Jolly
Put
Ranchers
that money
and
in
the
my
Sour
hand.
Patch Kids and the Twizzlers, they're still pretty cheap.
I got a big
But
old
your
bag of
chocolate-
Sour Patch Kids the
But
other
your
day.
chocolate stuff's a little bit higher, a little
Yeah.
higher end.
I'll catch the sales after.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, get that Halloween candy for Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, why is this Christmas candy got jack-o'-lanterns on it?
My kids always wonder why their Valentine's candy has Santa Claus on it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
Like that day after
While their
Christmas.
Easter, their
It's
Easter
Valentine's.
candy has hearts on it.
Yeah, dude.
Big Daddy joke. Microsoft went down 2 points.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Coffee's gotten ridiculous too, man. Coffee's gotten super high.
It's a magic beans,
You can't
dude.
grow coffee in the United States, apparently.
Really?
Yeah, our soil and the climate's not right for it. Yeah, most of it's grown like Central South America.
You know about that coffee that gets ate by like the little critters and then
yeah,
they poop it out?
what is that shit called?
It was in that
Literal-
movie Bucket List.
Literal shit.
Yeah, cool. What is this?
And then they
I
pick
think
it out of
they
there and
pick
then
the
they
bean
grind it
out.
up.
Pick
Yeah.
the beans out and grind it up.
Yeah.
It's got a funny word.
Yeah.
Is it
Jack Nicholson talks about
is it a bat? No, Morgan
No,
Freeman.
it's like a little
Brings
mammal,
it up.
some kind of little rodent.
coffee. That,
But yeah, apparently that's supposed to be one of the best coffees. And I'm wondering if it's just because it's gross that it's
Kopi Luwak
Kopiluwak.
or civet. It's a the civets is the insect. Digestive systems partially digest the beans and excrete them in their feces. Workers gather the coffee beans from the civet droppings. The collected beans are thoroughly washed and then roasted. Brewing, the roasted beans are then prepared and brewed in the coffee. Could you imagine
We
if
know
that
how to
dude
make coffee.
didn't wash them good? Like, you know, sometimes like, have you ever like ate a baked potato that somebody made and they haven't washed that sucker good and it's got a little bit of dirt on it or something?
I think they're putting it in an industrial like nut washing machine.
Yeah, they're probably doing that. But yes, I have had that happen before.
So could you
And it was-
imagine that?
true, and the person that didn't wash their potatoes good enough, that was me.
That happens. So could you imagine if that was with them shitty
Said,
beans?
I ain't got time.
How thorough is this person? You know what I mean? Some people are as
Like-
thorough
like
as others.
Dad's dad used to grow potatoes.
Yeah.
So we'd go pick them.
Yeah.
And then I'd want a potato, and I just grab one.
Eat one like raw, just
No,
bite it.
I'd cook it.
Yeah, can
But
you eat raw
I
potatoes?
think you can. On Dirty Jobs, I saw a 5-year-old plug into a damn purple potato. That inside of that potato was purple.
I'm
wild.
sure you could. It just wouldn't be.
Purple potato?
The
purple.
problem is they're like hard to bite into.
Yeah, they would be really. It's a root vegetable, like
Yeah.
but a carrot.
A root.
Carrots are like that. I mean, you can just yank them out of the ground. and
They
eat 'em.
say it only takes, at the joint, it only takes as much pressure to bite your finger off as it does to snap through a carrot.
I could see that. I mean, you never bit your finger like you're going to eat it.
Well, your brain stops you. You can't, like, there's a certain point you can't go anymore. I mean, I'm sure you could, but your brain keeps you from biting.
Yeah, dude. I bet that would hurt if you fucking had like somebody made you bite your finger off. Like, all right, dude, put your finger in
You
your
got a
mouth.
gun to your head.
Yeah,
and
dude.
go,
Shoot me.
Yeah, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, dude.
Shoot me.
I'm not biting my finger. I done lost too much. I'm not biting my finger off.
I'm saying, do you know Jesus?
Shit. Like, come
Shit.
if I can help it, ain't nothing else getting cut off me or bit off. Golly.
Yeah, you just gonna have to shoot me, Playboy.
I take the gun from them, make them bite their own finger. That's what I'd do.
I'd put the gun
I'd
in my
fuck
own.
it.
I would wrap my
Jason
lips around the
Bourne.
barrel of that gun.
You would fucking do it. Deep throat it, like, choke and throw up all over the gun.
And now the firing pin is covered in my vomit.
They'd be like,
It
what
won't-
the fuck?
It won't
They'd probably
fire.
just leave. They probably, this dude's already, he's probably going to kill himself anyway.
Yeah.
Let's just go ahead and
They'd
let
be
him go.
walking out to the car.
Going through it already.
They'd be walking out to the car, I have already like jumped through the window with my chair still chained to my chair. And I jump out and they're headed to their car, and I'm just hopping down the road. And they're like, fuck.
In the movie All About the Benjamins, the old movie with Ice Cube and Mike Epps, he's got like Ice Cube is a bounty hunter, you know. Well, he has Mike Epps as like his bounty or whatever, his fugitive. He catches him. Well, then they start investigating this guy. Well, they go to this shipyard and they're trying to like sneak around. Well, he's got Mike Epps handcuffed behind his back, and he's like, "Hey, man, just jump down." They're on a boat. He goes, "Just jump down." He goes, "I ain't jumping down. I'm gonna hurt myself." He's jump. He jumps with these fucking handcuffs behind his back and lands on his fucking head, dude. Lands on his head. And Ice Cube goes, "Man, get up. Quit fucking around." He goes, "Man, I fucked myself up."
Man, the new War of the Worlds with
Ice Cube.
with
Oh.
Ice Cube. They say it's awful.
I haven't watched
It's
it because I
god
don't
awful,
want to.
man. It's
The
so
one with
bad.
Tom Cruise a few years ago was
I
good.
still watch it. I've watched it twice this year, I
It was
think.
pretty.
I
he
actually
plays that
rewatched
part.
it earlier this year because I heard the new one was coming out, and I wanted the new one has literally nothing to do. I mean, I guess it's kind of the same aliens, but
It would be based on the same novel. I mean, it's based on a
yeah,
novel.
but it's
They said when they
Poorly
read that
done.
over the radio, people thought it was actually happening.
what?
They read
Oh,
that
yeah,
book
it was
over
a
the
live-
radio
Oh,
back in
oh.
like the 40s.
yeah, back when they had radio shows.
No TV.
Yeah.
And they
Orson
said that
Welles?
people thought it was happening.
I would have thrived back then. I love listening to just
Like
somebody telling a
fireside chat.
story.
I
Yeah.
love good Paul Harvey.
We like. Stand-up comedy is not much different than that. You just see a person doing it.
Yeah, there's that guy. I've brought him up before, and I can't think of his name
Paul
now.
Harvey is a good one.
But
Thank
he
you, Josh.
he did a late night show.
Thanks.
Man, it's gonna kill me that I don't remember this guy's name.
Johnny Carson.
No,
What about the one
people
with
would,
The Exorcist, Late Night with the Devil? Oh, that was a good one.
but people would call in with their paranormal
good
stories or
movie.
whatever, and you
Yeah.
can go on YouTube now and listen to those. I listen to those as I'm going to sleep.
Is that like
sometimes.
that doctor, whatever his name was, like Doctor something?
Robotnik.
No, he wore like a top hat and shit. And
Arigato, Mr. Roberto.
Microphone.
that's my phone. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry, listeners.
Sorry, I really want to know. I really want to figure out who this is.
Yeah,
real
I'm
quick.
looking. Are you looking? Okay.
Yeah,
Don't look at the history.
but it's a golly 150 text messages. Check your text messages.
They're
bro.
from you, motherfucker. Damn it.
Late night.
I'm not having your back on
It's
this
you.
one because you don't answer me
It's
either.
you and you.
Was it Dr. Ghoul radio program?
No, no. It's he doesn't have any kind of kitschy name or
Yeah,
whatever.
he's a dude.
Art Bell.
Art Bell, okay.
Art Bell.
Art
You can look up
Bell.
his old. They have some of his best ones on there, and some of the stories on there. Who knows? It may be people calling in and just wanting attention or whatever.
Yeah.
But man, some of those stories sound so real
Captivating.
that they're crazy. I mean,
Yeah.
it's nuts.
When you show up on job sites, people are like, man, what the?
This guy's gonna whatever he's here to do is gonna be high quality, and I'm gonna charge you double
Yeah.
for looking at
There's
it.
there's another YouTube channel that I listen to, and I'll never remember what this guy is, but he just makes up his story, and it's on YouTube, and the name of all of them are you're listening to the radio during World War III, or you're listening to the radio during a zombie apocalypse.
Oh, okay. And then he
So-
sets a scene.
Yeah, so he sets a scene. And
That
then,
is cool.
And then he just talks through, and it's like 3 hours long sometimes.
This is pretty cool.
And they're really, I mean, and he talks real calm the whole time.
Like
so
a
it's,
like a newscast would
yeah.
be, or like a,
So it's easy to go to sleep to. But the problem is sometimes I get a little bit too captivated and I stay up for the whole 3
my
hours.
problem would be is I would start listening to it for 30 minutes and fall asleep, and I'd live it in my sleep, and I'd wake up screaming.
I love doing that.
scream
I don't.
myself
I mean, I don't wake up. I don't like waking up screaming, but I like dreaming about that stuff.
I went to sleep the other night with Workaholics on, and it played all night, and I woke up and thought that I was living with them dudes. I was like, man, I didn't feel like I slept at all. I woke up, my head was hurting, all that shit. I was like,
Man, I ain't
golly.
had no dreams ever since that one revenge dream I had.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Where you were
Yeah.
on Xanax.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's like a pretty good dream.
Yeah, I haven't had any dreams.
No, I
lately.
dream all the
And I hate
time.
those
Man. I
dreams.
used to not.
They say
Now I do
apple
all the
juice
time.
will
Cheese will too.
Cheese-
Dairy-
cheese.
cheesecake. That's what Stephen King eats every
Yeah.
night before bed. Then he wakes up and writes what he dreams about. And then
When,
has some fucked up dreams.
There was one of them that he didn't remember. It was like The Shining or something. He didn't really remember right.
I think it was Cujo.
Cujo was the one that he wrote and he didn't remember because he was blasted on cocaine and alcohol.
He was just, yeah, man, this is a good idea. Crazy dog.
Yeah, he said he was like that was the most drug and alcohol use time that I've ever
You
had.
can tell by the movie.
Yeah.
I mean, or the book
Yeah.
too, man, because it's just not as well. It's well put together, but you can just tell it's a drug-addled brain.
Yeah.
You know,
Addled.
addled.
Addled
The
me.
Shining
silly.
is a masterpiece.
Oh yeah.
The Green Mile. I mean, he wrote that.
Oh man, I love the Green Mile.
Yeah.
I might not have ever cried more.
Oh man, that movie. It's rough.
It's been so long since I've watched it, and I think that's the reason I haven't like rewatched it in
tired,
so long.
boss.
He's afraid of crying.
I'm
Well,
tired,
you gotta
boss.
listen to sad songs on the way up here. You gotta watch sad videos. You gotta get some emotions out, buddy. I've been
The
saying it
movie
for
I
years.
watch when I want to have a good cry is the Bradley Cooper, Lady Gaga movie, A Star Is Born.
Yep.
I cry like a baby in that
I don't
movie.
think I've ever seen that.
Oh man, it's rough. It's rough, man.
Because we've both been rock stars before.
I felt like
Yeah.
he felt. I think not as like famous like that, but like how he feels like he's let everybody down, you know.
Yeah.
And like he's let her down, which really he's not. Like he tries to get clean his life up and all this stuff, and people get in his head and tell him he's like messing up. You know what I mean? So he starts believing he's not worthy of love.
Yeah.
And all sorts of shit, man. It's just it's a total. It's probably a little more because I started late. But yeah, it's just it's
When did
also
it-
a good movie.
I remember that coming out, but I don't,
It's a remake of an older movie that was, I think, Barbara Streisand and somebody from like the 70s or 80s.
okay.
I could be wrong with that person, but it's definitely a remake.
Well, let me teach y'all something before we get out of here today.
Love to.
Oh man,
Um,
got my old thinking cap on.
this well, teach y'all a little history. I
My
guess
listening ears.
This is a for our Second Amendment listeners. I guess a big Second Amendment
Hey, look what I
crowd.
got at the Jefferson Davis. This
Piss my
man's
nuts,
changing
dude.
parts over
There we
here.
go. I gotta put that fine by me.
What are you doing here?
Oh, we've got a new addition to the library.
Okay. Can I continue on, or what are we doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a Declaration
It's
of
got the
Independence.
Declaration of Independence.
Nice, dude. It's Nicolas Cage in the house.
It's real,
okay.
too.
Oh,
So-
it's so much better, dude.
We talked about we talked a little bit about post-war in Germany and the East over there.
Yeah. Listen it out, dude. Give me a minute. Yeah, I'm listening.
And so this actually occurred in Athens, Tennessee in 1946. So in this southeast region, there was a boss. So basically like a mafia boss or whatever you want to say. His name was E.H. Crump.
Crump.
I liked his name.
Crump.
Crump.
I'm Crump, dog.
That's
but
the principal's name on Captain Underpants comic books.
Oh, is
Eddie
it?
Murphy's
Principal
family and
Crump.
Nutty Professor. They're
oh yeah, they're the
Clumps.
Crumps. Yeah. Oh, Clumps. Yeah. But he was based out of Memphis, and he had this network of politicians on his payroll. Well, he had a senator named Paul Cantrell that basically he faked every single election that he won, and he won like 5 in a row or something crazy. And then Paul Cantrell inserted this guy named Pat Mansfield as the sheriff in Athens, Tennessee. So the racket was they fixed all the elections. So every time Pat was up for election, basically they would have all their deputies and goons outside of the ballot boxes.
Goons.
And being like,
Oh, the boys
you know
are
who to
back.
vote for. If you don't vote
Right.
for the right person,
Another
Yeah.
sandwiches
Yeah.
for everybody.
and then
Baton.
even,
you hear?
And then
Baton against the eyebrow.
and then even then, they just
Moida.
took the ballot boxes back to the jail and they counted them every which way they wanted to. So it didn't really matter anyways.
We've never had fair elections.
Yeah. So in 1946, this had been going on for a few years now. Obviously, a lot of our men were off fighting a war at the
and
time.
Korean War right after that. too.
So there wasn't a lot of opposition to these. So our soldiers came back from the war, World War II, that is. And one guy, this was still during the time when they had ration cards and stuff like that. Guy had the son that had been in the military, didn't really know, he just came back. He had lived in this town all of his life up until he had to go to the war. And he went, and his dad was like, "Hey, go to town, get me 5 gallons of gas." Gave him one of the ration cards. Well, he went to the ration place and gave him the card, and they were like, "That's no good here." And he was like, what? And so he just went back home, and he was like, Dad, they wouldn't take this. And he was like, oh, you've got to pay off the ration master or whatever the hell his title was or whatever.
Grand Wizard.
Yeah. So he went.
The big goony guy.
Poobah.
So he went and found that guy, gave that dude $6, which at the time was
$50.
and that probably closer to $100,
Mm-hmm.
or a little bit less. And I'll go over that here in just a second. But it's probably closer to about $100. And then he saw the guy just put it in his pocket, and he was like, "Well, that's weird. Like, why? Look what's going on here." So he went and got his gas, went back, talked to his dad, and he was like, "Oh yeah, that's just how it is. Like, it's been that way, since the war's been going on. It's kind of set up that way whenever you were a kid, before you even really knew what was going on. We just didn't have any way to.
We just put up with it.
We just put up with it. Well, all of these soldiers, obviously, they got paid pretty well. If they came back, they were considered wealthy men whenever they came back.
Some money.
Well, the sheriffs and deputies realized this, and they would. Even if you just had like a thing of milk in your hand, they would smell it and be like, "Oh, that's alcohol. You're drunk. You're getting fined. You're fined $16.
Throw you in jail for a couple days."
And $16 was $300 back then. So the $6 would go, or it was like $6. Some amount of it goes straight into the dude that
took the money,
or arrested you. Goes straight into his pocket. The other 10 or whatever would go to
the jail fund.
Jail fund, which would end up going to the sheriff, and then there would be a cut that would go to Senator Cantrell, and then obviously cut again to go to the boss.
Crunk.
All of the GIs in the area created a GI party because they all got tired of that. Like, these deputies would go into bars and just start arresting people for being drunk inside of a bar. They started meeting in like their houses and stuff like that to avoid like being in public per se.
Mm-hmm.
And that's whenever probably they all got hammered one night and they were like, "We ain't putting up with this shit no more."
I don't want to be drunk in public.
Yeah.
I want to be drunk in a bar.
They ended up making a party called the GI Party. Like a political party called the GI Party. This was headed up by a guy named Knox Henry. He was the guy that they were pushing to be in the election against Pat Mansfield. Well, the election started, and then there was a farmer named Tom Gillespie. He's a black fella. The deputies were watching them, as they always did, do their ballots on who they were voting for and whatnot. And Tom refused to vote the way that they wanted to, and they shot him and killed him.
Jeez.
So after that happened, after that happened, the GI guys tried to kind of rush the ballots. The sheriffs and deputies kind of knocked them back. They took all the ballot boxes to the jail. Well, at this point, a guy named Bill White said, "F this, we're taking this town back." And everybody in town was all on their side because, hey, they're soldiers. They're war heroes, basically.
Right. Yeah.
And they're all tired of paying all these, basically, taxes.
Just these penalties just for cost of business, pretty much,
Yeah, I mean, and businesses were having to pay
protection
like
money.
The mafia.
Yeah, they were having to pay money to just be in business.
Or else they would put like no parking signs in front of your business. They would station police officers to frisk your customers.
Yeah.
Harassment.
Yeah, so you had to pay or you just couldn't do business, basically. So everybody was on their side, and then there was a National Guard armory real close. This Bill White and the Knox Henry guy ended up talking to them, and they were like, "Yeah, that kind of stupid." And they raided that. The National Guard
they
basically
exercise their American right.
National Guard said, "Take our guns and our ammo.
Do what you need to do.
Do what you need to do.
Take care of it.
Yeah, take care of it." So it ended up being a fight. I don't remember exactly when it started, but they overturned cars for cover outside of the jail, and an ensuing gun battle happened from like 8 or 9 p.m. until 3 in the morning.
Do you know how many guys were on each side roughly?
It was like 200 to 300 on the GIs.
Damn, it's a whole battle,
Yeah.
yeah, dude. It's hitting a skirmish.
Yeah, no, it was it was
This is a
a
battle.
good amount of people, and I'd say probably 100 plus on the
Yeah.
sheriff's side, but the
Right.
sheriff's had the building, so
Right.
they had
They had cover.
they
Yeah.
had better.
What do they call that? Like a
Alamo.
yeah, something like that.
Yeah, they just had better viewpoints.
Siege defense.
Yeah.
like a siege. Yeah,
So
Clash
this,
of Clans.
so I mean, they just
Game of Thrones.
only one person ended up dying from this.
really.
Well, the GI guys, they
So
didn't
somebody blow up a hand grenade on themselves.
No, somebody, I don't remember which side it was. Somebody shot somebody else, and they actually ended up going in prison for 3 years. I don't
Just
remember.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it got to like 2:30 in the morning, and the sheriffs were running out of ammo, and we had GIs had the National Guard behind their back with all this ammo, so they were like, we can stay out here until
Yeah, well, however long it takes.
2-3 more days if
Yeah.
we need to. So, Paul Cantrell and Pat Mansfield ended up escaping in an ambulance, and then our guys had explosives. They had the GIs had explosives, and they said, "Hey, if y'all don't surrender by 3, we're blowing the doors, right? And we're going to put explosives all around the foundation. We'll just bring this building down. We don't care."
Hell yeah, dude! Dynamite. I like that.
So at 3 o'clock,
We just got back from the war, dude. Yeah. He's fighting Nazis.
we've seen way worse.
Yeah,
than
dude. We were in
this.
Germany.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all been hitting grandmothers.
I was in
the back of the head.
Okinawa 2 years ago.
Yeah.
yeah, man.
So basically, exactly 3 o'clock in the morning that day, they put some dynamite on that front door and blew it to Kingdom Come, and then all the deputies came out with their hands up.
Right.
They went in there and counted the ballots. GIs won by a landslide.
The gig is up.
Yeah, and they kicked
Pussies on the pavement.
them out of
fellas.
town. And then that kind of
Get on around
from
here.
what I understood, it's not very heavily documented, but that kind of caused a wave, and it kind of shut down the Memphis Boss guy
Oh,
because other towns
Right.
started taking their rights back, basically.
well, that makes sense. They got a little bit of confidence. They said, "Hey, if they stood up,
Yeah.
yeah.
Just like in that movie, The Bug's Life.
Yeah.
All of these ants are pieces of shit.
that was ants."
But, okay. Maybe.
Yeah, the ants. It was the
Maybe.
ants and the wasps.
One of the things that I thought was
No.
The grasshoppers. I
Yeah.
don't fucking.
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
end of it was
Both those movies came out like
They
back to
really
back
did.
years.
I
and
get
it's
them mixed
confusing
up.
as shit. Okay, Josh. Maybe the same year.
Maybe so.
the end of it. It was like a couple years later, or the same year one, that there was a big FBI investigation into like what exactly happened, and they audited the armory, expecting them to be missing guns and whatnot, because obviously there's a ledger
Oh yeah.
of
Keep
that
up with
stuff.
it. She's supposed to.
And they, to their surprise, whenever they showed up to National Guard Armory, all the guns were accounted
They
for.
put everything back.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And then they said, well, I mean, there was a lot of ammo expended, so that had to come from somewhere. And the video I watched is like, there's a guy who's like, I don't know anything about any ammo, and he's like putting the paper into a paper shredder. It's like, well, the logistics behind keeping up with every bullet's just not there for us. So,
Yeah, every bullet.
so the armory never said a word, didn't snitch. There was not a single person in town that snitched on them.
Well, it turned out good though. See, had it went the other way, it could have been a totally different thing.
Yeah.
It would have been a big
They had to
mess.
claim martial law.
But that day, justice prevailed.
Justice prevailed.
Justice
the
prevailed.
good guys have won again.
Good guys won.
Now there's a big old plaque. I think that jail is still there in Athens,
It's
Tennessee.
Athens, Tennessee.
Yep.
There's like several Greek named cities in Tennessee. You got Athens, Sparta. They got the
Parthenon,
Parthenon is in
Nashville.
Nashville.
Yep.
That's what made me think
It's
of that.
like
It's
one of the
Athens.
only Parthenon replications.
It might be the only one that's like accurate. That's
It's
like
pretty
the
big.
same.
Wow.
It's supposed to be the same size.
I've been in there a few
This is
times.
what in Theopolis or whatever. The
I
one's in
took a
Theopolis.
field trip there in 4th grade, and I just remember just having the most peaceful little lunch there
Christy
on the
and Chloe
lawn.
used to go in there a lot.
Nice. That
And,
just
like,
that whole park area is real nice.
Centennial Park.
Yeah.
yeah, it is nice.
When I first moved to Nashville, I'd go into Nashville just to park there to go.
read books, eat
Yeah.
lunch, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at the scenery. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's some good ones.
Oh, yeah, look at a little
Take
bug
in the sights.
You gonna look at that little bud over there?
Well, I mean, all those colleges, Vanderbilt, Belmont, all of them, like,
Yeah.
all
My
that
goodness.
area.
I don't think it was there. I don't know.
So if you're a pervert,
There, yeah.
Looking for
It's
a
right
place
next
to
to the big.
purr.
Or you like Greek architecture,
It's right next to the big Nashville
sites I was talking about.
flea market now.
Yeah, there's a flea market in Nashville.
Not a flea market. Is that a flea
The
market?
farmers market.
man,
Farmers
in
market,
Lebanon,
yeah,
there's
there's
a
a farmers
hell of a Hispanic
market.
market in Lebanon,
Yeah.
right next to the Cedars of Lebanon State Park.
Oh,
There's
yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
damn Hispanic flea market that is wild.
Yeah.
I
Wow.
just went to a dance competition in Lebanon at the Farm Bureau Expo Center.
Woo.
And he didn't even call you.
I know. I've been there for a gun show
I didn't
before.
know there was a gun show going on the same time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. And one side was a gun show, one side was a dance competition. It was a pretty good day.
I guess that's the safest place to be, though. I don't know.
the cheapest gun I found in there was like $500. You know, they sell whatever at the
Yeah.
gun shows, like
You can you can
$500.
haggle with those guys too, though. Yeah.
Well, some of them ain't even got serial numbers on them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I don't know about that.
That's pretty tight. They got some under the table that are a little bit more expensive.
We
You know what I'm
got
saying?
we got a couple guys in our men's group that are gunsmiths that make their guns from scratch.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
I think you
I'd be afraid
still
I'd
have
blow
to
myself.
register those.
Yeah,
you're
they,
supposed
they
to.
have legit businesses, like
Yeah.
side businesses.
Supposed to, they say. But if you have a 3D printer,
I'm not telling you to register them. I'm just saying if you get caught with it, you might get in a little bit of trouble.
yeah, that's your business.
Oh, they're not gonna like that.
What?
They're not gonna like you having a gun with no serial numbers. Yeah,
Yeah, they ain't gonna like that.
You can make a gun though out of like pipe, you know,
a
like,
pipe
yeah.
and shotgun shells.
Yeah.
I want one of those.
You can 3D print them.
Yeah, the whole Glock 19 you can 3D print.
Yeah, no, I've seen some. I don't know if it's illegal to have the upper or the lower.
It's the
portion.
upper.
Is
It's
it
the upper. That's what does all the work.
Yeah,
The lower is just the housing.
yeah. Because I know there's people out there that have chosen to 3D print. I guess the lower,
Yeah.
the handle and everything,
And then buy the slide and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah. That's each their own.
Slide it on in there.
Slide on in there, just like this episode of Fine by Me.
Slid on in
Just
there.
slid on in
Once
there.
and
I-
beyond.
That's all I've got.
Man, I'm
this
glad
week.
to be back, guys. I feel like it's been 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah,
It's
it's
good to be back together.
Yeah.
I feel like everything's just where it needs to be in the universe.
Gotta keep it copacetic.
Just got to get Christy home from the desert
Yep. When she come back?
this end of this week.
You think she's dry out there?
This
Think she dried out?
Yesterday, last night, I was telling her how nice it was here, and she showed me her phone the weather out there, and it was 105 yesterday,
See.
and the low last night was 91.
Yeah.
So, no really difference at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Praying for safe
And they
travels
also have
for
like
Christy.
this weird like weather phenomenon going on where they have humidity too. So it's like really
Oh,
shitty out
God.
there.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Man.
They haven't had rain. She's like one of the persons she works with. Like they've only had like 2 rain showers like the last 4 months.
Has it rained any while she's there?
No,
It's wild whenever it does. I mean, whenever
it's a monsoon.
whenever I was there, I mean, this was in mid-July or whatever. Whenever I was in Arizona, and it just barely sprinkled in the water, and the roads flooded.
Yeah, because it's so flat and so hard. There's like no table. It just
Yeah,
runs off.
the ground's so it's not as porous as here because it's
Right.
not used to rain, so
Right.
it doesn't soak up the rain as well, and it just all goes to the street.
It just turns to a big river.
Yeah,
She said there's bridges there that are like way up that have like gullies underneath them that are pretty much just for that. Like she said there's just bridges everywhere with like no water underneath.
Yeah.
And I guess it's just for flash floods.
Yeah, because they do. I mean, like I said, I mean, whenever. So there was a Fogo de Chao, which is like a Brazilian steak.
Fogo de Chao.
Yeah.
And it was
Fuck
maybe
my guts up.
maybe 2 blocks from where our apart or like our little
B&B.
extended stays
Yeah.
were. And so we walked. While we were walking, I mean, it barely sprinkling and just whoosh, like
Across the road.
yeah.
So-
I mean, it was flooding like. And I mean, we were walking, and I got to the restaurant. I wasn't wet.
When she flew in last week, they had to go around. She flew into Tucson, but in Phoenix, just a little bit north there, they had a sandstorm, a haboob, and it like shut down everything. That's what it's
Haboob?
called. It's called a haboob.
Haboopy.
It's a big sandstorm. They say they like tear your skin off. Like
Oh,
it's just
God.
like you're getting sandblasted. It's like 70-mile-an-hour winds with sand blowing through there.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
But yeah, ready to have her back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, honey, love you.
Do you want to do Nick's minutes?
You close her out with next.
Close her out with
minutes.
Nick's
Close her out
minutes.
with Nick's minutes. This is 9-9-25. Daylight savings is coming up. No, wait, that's 9/11. That's
9/11's the day this comes out.
no.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we didn't really think about that. We should have really played.
Yeah, I
that,
should have
but
played into that.
Either way, I just now thought about that.
Israel did 9/11.
Well,
There we go. We got in our 9/11. Never forget. They say never forget. We did. Sorry,
I really did.
victims.
Oh, I just grabbed your foot out of in the chair, dude. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Fine by Me started at 7:00.
Central Time.
Yeah. Monkeys in Space, 7-Eleven. The price of Reese's, $7.45.
Nuts. Inflation.
Is Josh worthy of love? $7.55. GI Party Boy, $8.01. Fugga da Chow, $8.12, and Haboob at $8.13. This is Nick Cook.
Josh, gotta get that out of my face.
Yeah, I chipped his tooth.
West up.
And this has been Fine by Me.
Thank y'all. Love y'all. Have a good week.
Did you see his little happy? It was like a dog wagging his tail when he was over there. That's why I was laughing so hard.